Hello student, welcome to my class. Today I am going to take class 11 geography. The book name is Fundamental of Physical Geography. It is chapter 8 and the name of the chapter is Composition and the Structure of Atmosphere. So let's proceed with this chapter. So in this chapter you are basically going to read about atmosphere, its composition and the different layer of atmosphere. So as you know, the atmosphere consists of different gases which is surrounding our Earth's surface, and 99% of the total mass of the atmosphere is only up to 32 km. Atmosphere is odorless, it has no smell, it is colorless, it has no color, and very important component of the Earth. It gives you oxygen and carbon dioxide, which is very essential for the life. Neither the plant nor the animals can survive without these two important gases. Now let us see the composition of atmosphere. It consists of various gases like nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, etc. It also consists of water vapor and dust particles. This composition of atmosphere is not same everywhere. With the height it changes. For example, the oxygen is found only up to 120 km and the carbon dioxide is found only up to 90 km. Now there are various gases in the composition of your atmosphere. First one is carbon dioxide. It is very important. It acts like a transparent gas when the sun ray come inside the earth's surface, because it allows the sun ray to come inside the earth's surface, but when the sun ray try to go out from the atmosphere, it acts like a opaque gas. It does not allow the sun heat to go out from the earth's surface, and it helps to maintain some temperature in the earth, and some temperature is of course needed on the earth to maintain the life. But on the other hand, if the other gases are constant and carbon dioxide keep on increasing by burning of fossil fuel and other factor, then this can also lead to more increase in the temperature of the earth and the problem of global warming. The another part of the composition of atmosphere is your ozone. Ozone is really important for you because it protects you from the ultraviolet ray, and it is found up to 10 to 50 km. Then water vapor is also important component of the composition of atmosphere, and the amount of water vapor actually decreases with the height. The more higher places you go, the less water vapor you will find, and this percentage also differ from place to place. For example, in the wet tropical region you find more water vapor, because in the tropical region there is more evaporation, and because there is more evaporation, so there is more water vapor in that place. And also this water vapor help you to absorb the sun heat. The sun radiation is also absorbed by the water vapor, and this water vapor is actually acting like a blanket on the earth, which make earth neither too hot nor too cold. Another important composition of atmosphere is your dust particle. This particle can be of anything, can be of sea salt, soil, smoke, soot, pollen grain, ash or any other things. And this dust particle is also an important part of your atmosphere. It is mostly found in the lower level of the atmosphere, and it is more in quantity in the subtropical and temperate region. So why this dust particle is important? Because this water vapor, they make cloud with the help of this dust particles only. They condense around these dust particles and then they make the cloud. So dust particle is also very important in atmosphere. Now let us see the structure of atmosphere. As you know, the atmosphere consists of different layer, and it changes its density and temperature with the layer. Actually, its density decreases when its height increases, and there are 5 layers of the atmosphere on the basis of temperature. Let us analyze this structure of atmosphere, different layer. The first layer from the downward side is the troposphere. This is the lowermost layer, which is up to 13 km on an average. But it is not 13 km everywhere. In some places it is more, and in some places it is less than 13 km. For example, it is 8 km in the pole and it is 18 km in the equator area. It also consists the dust and water vapor. So in this layer only the dust particles and water vapors are found. All the climatic changes and the weather changes take place in this layer, and that's why this layer is very important. The temperature also decreases with the increase in the height, and that's why for every 165 meter the 1 degree Celsius is decreased by every 165 meter of height. So here the temperature is decreasing with the height. And this layer is also important because all the biological activity is happening in this layer itself. So in the troposphere you have one more part, and that is called tropopause, and this tropopause is above the troposphere and stratosphere. Below, it is in between the troposphere and the stratosphere, and its temperature is actually 80 degrees Celsius at the equator and minus 45 degrees Celsius at the pole. And this is called tropopause, pause, because the temperature here is constant. That's why it is named as tropopause. After the troposphere, the second layer starts, and that is called your stratosphere, and it starts after troposphere and goes up to 50 kilometer. And in this layer you find the ozone layer, and that's why this layer is important, because it have ozone layer which protect us from the ultraviolet ray. After this layer, the third layer starts, and that is your mesosphere, soon after the stratosphere, and it run up to 80 kilometer. And its temperature reaches up to minus 100 degrees Celsius, and the upper part of this mesosphere is called mesopause. And in this layer you have the ionosphere. After the mesopause you have the ionosphere, and ionosphere is between 80 to 400 kilometer. And this layer is called ionosphere because it have the electrically charged particle, that is called ions. And these ions help you to reflect back the radio waves which are transmitted from the earth. So it's help in signals and in communication system. So this layer is also important. And then comes the fourth layer of atmosphere, and that is thermosphere. It is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere after mesopause. And then comes the exosphere, which is the highest most layer of the atmosphere. Actually this is the fifth layer, and now we have less information about this layer, and it merges with the space. So all this layer is important. It affects the life of the human beings, but the first two important layer, the troposphere and the stratosphere, is very, very important for geographer and scientists, because those two layers affect the human life the most. Now let us see the various elements of the weather and the climate. The elements of the weather and climate are temperature, pressure, humidity, cloud and precipitation. All these elements affect the human life to a big extent. That's why atmosphere element, atmosphere layer, atmosphere composition and atmosphere element is important for human beings, because it affects human life to a big extent. So this is the diagram of the different layer of atmosphere. I recommend you to draw this diagram when the layer of atmosphere are asked to explain, because this diagram will add value to your answer. And that's all in this chapter. I hope you understand this chapter. If you understand this chapter, do like, share and subscribe MP Social View. Thank you students. Thanks for watching and happy learning.